Hello and welcome back to Redirecting. Well, I have another one of those stories that keep popping up. Another Karen incident. This time, Karen is up to her old tricks again with an 8-year-old child. Now, they look like they live in a really nice neighborhood. And from the looks of things, there are blacks and whites in this neighborhood. I'm looking at big, beautiful houses. And there's an 8-year-old black boy who is riding his toy dirt bike in the community. It's a toy, not even a real dirt bike, it's a toy. But she feels the need to call the cops on this 8-year-old. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this video, let you all see what the conversation is all about between Karen and some of the black people in the community, because there appears to be a number of people questioning Karen as to why she has this lapse of judgment and memory when it comes to white kids doing the same thing in the same community. I'll be right back.
However, I have no idea who called the police.
I did.
Okay.
Alicia, let me stop you right there.
Now,
let me
finish.
right there.
Let me finish and then you can speak.
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you. First of all, you call the police on my son, 8-year-old son, for riding his toy dirt bike in this neighborhood. That's not true.
I called because it is illegal for a dirt bike to be on the street, no matter who is riding it and how old they are. Period.
That is a toy dirt bike.
It is illegal.
That is a
That's illegal.
It's illegal, and you as a neighbor, why would you call the police on an 8-year-old?
Your husband is a police officer.
Exactly.
Should know the law.
Why would you
know the
call?
HOA rules.
Why would you call the police on an 8-year-old boy instead of doing what you just did right here, coming down here and the police and talking to me as a parent? What responsibility does Jaden have as an 8-year-old kid in the street for a police officer to pull up to him on the street because you feel that he at 8 is doing something illegal?
I think
What do you think?
I think you, as a parent, are allowing your 8-year-old child to be on the street in an illegal bike.
Excuse me.
Yes, yes.
Hi. Okay, I'm Kiara. I'm her daughter.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to explain something to you because I watched the news lately. Do you know what happens to a little boy when they see police come up to them? A little black boy at that, and you guys described him as a black person.
We did
you
not.
As a black person.
That's what came on the
That's
report.
what came on the report. We saw the report. That's how we know you guys called.
Then we did not use those words.
Yeah, that's what they said on the report.
Regardless, if you felt that my 8-year-old child is doing something that involves police officers, that's illegal. That's illegal. Not only something that he's been doing around here for more than 3 years.
I know.
And he's been riding with the president. He's been riding with the president of the HOA's son and daughter.
And it's wrong.
The white kids, but you had no problem. You did not call the police on them. Why didn't you call the police on the white kids across the way?
So let me tell you why. Because down in our cul-de-sac, we have a bunch of small children who play.
Were they outside? It's a toy bike. It's not a big
So
bike.
is it illegal? Is it illegal, Deanna, for the same kids, the same white kids, to rock on a lawnmower up and down the street?
And let me tell you.
Do they not do that, Deanna?
It's illegal.
Did you call the police,
You
Deanna?
don't kill people. I saw on a tractor.
I know you see that. You live right across the street. There's no way you didn't see them pull anything.
Yeah, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Let me.
Wait.
No.
You can't tell that I saw something that I'm not
telling you saw anything.
But yes, I agree. John acknowledged that he rides his kids on the bike.
That's not my point. That's not my point. My point.
This is what y'all let it come to.
My
She
point
asked for a
is.
conversation. A meeting. And now we're having a meeting with police. This is what it is.
Deanna.
I didn't deny it.
Deanna.
Wait,
Hold up.
No, I'm not going to stand here and be yelled down in my neighborhood. And that's my neighborhood. Yeah, it's your neighborhood. That's all we're in for you. It's fine. My house is on the market. I'm out. Let me tell you something. If those people show up again and try to intimidate me, what people? You don't know the people. Again, there you are. Accusing me of
We talking about the issue with the kids. That's what we talk after that.
So as you've seen, Karen calls the cops because, get this, she says it's illegal. We're talking about a toy though, but she says the toy is illegal. And when she was questioned as to why she didn't call the cops on the white kids who were doing the same thing, Karen has this lapse of memory. Why didn't you call the cops, Karen, on them, but you found the need to call the cops on this black family? Another thing I thought was interesting is how she pointed out that the black woman is married to an officer. She pointed that out. She says, your husband should know that this is illegal. These people are just beyond belief at this point, policing every action of so-called black people. And as the black woman stated, she said, well, as a neighbor, why didn't you just come to me so that we can iron this out? Why call the police, especially since you know that my husband is a police? This is because they don't want to be neighbors with us. Another thing I noted is she said she felt like she was being intimidated. Why? Because you're surrounded by black people questioning your actions. You feel intimidated. Imagine how the people of Tulsa, Oklahoma felt, or Greenwood, Oklahoma, when they were surrounded by white mobs who were slaughtering them. See, in her mind, it's the same thing. Black people asking questions as to why she's doing what she's doing. She feels it's the same thing. She feels as though they're a mob and they haven't even threatened her, haven't even tried to put their hands on her, unlike what our people had to go through. It amazes me how they can't see the difference, you see, and how they have treated us versus how we deal with them in situations like this. She also said, well, my house is on the market. I'm selling my house. So there. Almost as if she's threatening them. I'm pretty sure that as soon as her house sells, everyone on the block will be happy. But she said it almost like a threat. Well, my house is on the market. I'm selling my home. So if you were trying to be neighborly, why do you feel the need to sell your home? Is it because the little boy is riding his dirt bike? Or perhaps you are uncomfortable and intimidated by all of the black people with money that moved on your block? So the realness of what they feel inside always comes out. It always bubbles to the surface. Karen is uncomfortable with a black police officer and black people living in the community, enjoying their lives, little 8-year-old riding the dirt bike. She couldn't be neighborly and say, can you tell your son not to do this? But instead, she felt the need to call 911 because that is what Karens do. Because let's face it, especially those of you who don't want to keep hearing us talk about these things, we are trying to bring it to your remembrance what the Bible prophesies. It says that you all would have a perpetual hatred against us that's going to burn in you forever. So when you have those feelings and emotions that are stirred up against black people, ask yourself, am I fulfilling biblical prophecy because I have this hatred that I can't control? Don't even know why it's there. It's just there and I feel it. Yes, indeed you are fulfilling biblical prophecy. All right, I'm done with this story. All right, with that, I am out.